Hello everybody, and welcome back to a new Edge Sculpture YouTube presentation. And as you can see, well, hopefully you can see, we are in Africa, in Gabon, and we're going to present to you, or launching our new Mandrill Bust sculpture. But as you can see, he's not here yet.
No.
But don't worry, he will be here soon. But first of all, I think Matt is going to, have a little chat about it.
Just explain a little bit about it.
Explain.
Yep. Now, this is a piece. I keep saying it. We have wanted to sculpt for a while. No, it's a fun piece. I wanted to sculpt this because I thought that the colours would work very well with it. I thought that it was a nice departure from maybe a more generic subject. You know, I certainly don't see many mandrill ornamentation or sculptures about, and I wanted to give it a go. And we did help them that Becky and I saw some mandrills at I think it's Chester Zoo.
Yeah.
And I think that was really inspirational, having a look at them is when you see them face to face.
I think it is an unusual piece because we have done monkeys and apes before, but this one is particularly unusual because it is quite colourful, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm also a bit of a fan of the Lion King, Dan. So to be honest, look, there is going to be the people going, oh, it looks like Rafiki, etc. Well, I haven't stylised it to look like Rafiki or anything like it. But obviously, when you've got such a popular film like that, it does put the mandrill, if you guess, or the old world monkey, which is exactly what a mandrill is, in the mind's eye. So people become more fond of it, more aware of it. So that then, obviously, when I can sculpt one, you want that synergy. You know, you're after it. And if you say you're not, you're lying. You know, you want people to go, oh, that's nice. That reminds me of. If it doesn't, you know, you can like the piece for what it is. From my perspective, I just wanted to bring the character out in the piece and make it, you know, have some sort of charisma to it, with the eyes looking at you. That's really what I want to try and capture with it. You know, it isn't the most serious piece in the world, but that's on purpose. I didn't want it to be. No,
I think many of you have seen the sculpt already on Facebook anyway. So obviously we're going to present to you the final piece in all its colour and glory, etc. But Facebook is a good place to go to have like first input or the first sight of Matt's new sculpts. Yeah. Anyway, isn't it? So always keep an eye on that.
And to be honest, I put the picture of the sculpt out way too early, really.
Yeah, probably.
Because we've been so busy behind the sideline, so to speak, doing other projects and things like that, that this film should have gone out about 2 months ago. But here we are. And when I say 2 months ago, we are literally painting it downstairs as we speak, and we'll be boxing it within about the next 2 weeks. So, guys, shops, stockists, if you are looking, this piece will be going out. Your batches will be going out this month.
Well, which is June, in case you're watching this. Yeah, yes, 2025. Exactly,
yeah. If you're watching it in 2026, it's already out.
They're out.
But no, back to the colours a little bit. Now, one thing you can't see with a piece like this in the clay, of which here's a couple of pictures that are going to be right in front of Dan and I now. This is a picture early on with a sculpt. Well, basically in its infancy, when I've just basically sketched it up, and some pictures of it in its finished form. Now, what you can take from there is you have a form piece that you may or may not like, but without the colour, it's very difficult to see the mandrill as such, because a mandrill, I suppose, a little bit like a zebra or something that is defined by its markings, is going to be very difficult to imagine without seeing it in the flesh. Of course, being a sculptor, of which I am, Dan, I'm used to looking at clay and thinking, oh, this clay is looking really great, when really it's a really muddy colour. And some people, of course, when they see a piece, say, I can't really see it in that.
No, because obviously the clay is one uniform colour.
That's right.
Throughout, and it's grey.
Yeah.
And whereas mandrill or all animals have colour, so yes, I bet it's quite difficult to sculpt.
So of course, even for me, the first time we painted it, and the first time I was discussing it with Carol, it was. You know, what approach should we take? Now I know that's, well, of course you painted like a mandrill. Well, yes, but like any creature, those markings can vary, and it's how strongly we wanted to pick it out, where we wanted to put, I suppose, the fierceness of the red in there. I mean, he has got very, I suppose, clown-like mask about him, and you don't want it to look comedy as such, but you want it to sort of like look spot on. And I think we've done a great job with it.
Yes.
Well, I like to think so. I think the main thing is the eyes. We try and be a bit theatrical with the eyes so that they're bright, a little bit like we've done with the fox piece, a little bit like we've done with the bison, and just to bring it out, but more of an intensity. And I think, well, from my perspective, it seems to work well.
It does work very well.
So I think, Dan, you're going to have to jump him up.
Shall I go and grab him?
Go and grab him.
Here we go, going down. Okay. Here we go.
Here he is.
Right, is he in the middle?
He is in the middle. I think he's in the middle, Dan.
Middle for diddle.
So here he is, folks. A long time being out there in the clay, and now as we turn him round, you can see the whole piece, all hollow, all the light passing through it, which of course is by intention. But we've also put a really nice metallic coloration in the background. We like to do that maybe a little bit more than we used to, because we appreciate people might like.
Forgot to oil the Lazy Susan.
You certainly
again.
did. We were going to do this, so apologise for the train-like sound. Yeah, but yes, the next time we hopefully would have eradicated that.
Yeah.
So here he is, folks. Now, there's not much of a demonstration we can do at this scale, because unless you're running up to the screen, be it on your phone, I guess, or a laptop, or
apart from scale, obviously with us, you can see.
Yeah, but even then, if you go forwards, it's not that big a piece. I wanted to try and keep it in a, I suppose, a reasonable size. I didn't want it to be super huge. I wanted it to be able to be manageable in that sense. But yes, I think the best way to have a look at all the way round is on Dan's 360, which is already prepared.
I've prepared beforehand. So yes, is it magic button time?
Magic button. I forgot about the magic button.
We haven't done it.
It's been about 12 months since we did one.
It is. I hope we
haven't even mentioned much of the location, the Gabon. It took us a while to get here as well, didn't it, Dan?
It did, because mandrills, they're basically they're not all over Africa, like obviously a lot of the animals are, and there is a large population in the Gabon. I think it's Lopé National Park, I think.
Yeah.
Is where we are. So yes, we've come all the way here, haven't we, Matt?
All the way.
Just for this presentation.
Yes, it took a while to get here, Dan. At least a fortnight on a steamboat. But yeah, maybe we'll do one of those sorts of videos in the future. But yes, for now, off to Dan's 360.
Okay.
So, yeah, press that button.
Any further ado, magic button.
Okay. Bye.
3, 2, 1, go. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that 360 of our new Mandrill Bust. As we mentioned earlier, he will be going out to shops from mid-June 2025.
Very soon indeed.
So very soon indeed.
Very soon
Absolutely.
indeed. Talking of soon indeed, basically we've just launched a new archive section on our edgesculpture.com website, which we implore you to go and visit. We've worked for a long time on this. It is always going to be a work in progress. We're going to improve things constantly. I mean, Paul's really itching to have a go for a second round, really. He's worked so hard to try and compile all the information and put it into an order. But we've got it, folks. We've got the start of it. Which means basically, from going 15 years ago, etc., right from the infancy of edge sculpture, we're trying to catalogue online for your perusal, so you can click on any piece and have a look at the original photography.
It's got a picture for every piece that's on there. As Matt said, maybe a couple missing, but hopefully not many at this point, because as you can appreciate, it's been a lot of work to do, gathering all the images, and because everything, everything's not in all one place.
In all honesty, though, we're very flattered that people are so keen on Edge for so many years that we've got to this point now. I mean, I have to pinch ourselves. We remember the early days when we launched. You couldn't quite envisage that we'd now have collectors with it. But we do, and that's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, that archive is now open for you to look at, folks. So the links will be below. And go and have a look. Go and take a look if it's of interest to you.
Yes. I'll just say the usual thing. Just please like and subscribe to this video. I know it's boring and everyone says it, but there you go. I've said it. Yeah. So hopefully we'll see you very, very soon.
Yep.
As I said, hope you enjoyed the Mandrill. He will be available pretty soon, and I suppose it's magic button time. Goodbye, isn't it?
Goodbye.
Okay. All right then. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.